Hindu religion follows. But Hindu religion was derived from Veda. And that's what my focus is, how Vedic religion or Vedic people turned into Hindus. It's a very interesting history, and we learn from the Vedas. Vedas are somewhere between 8 to 10,000 years old. Now you may think that, well, way back then they didn't have any script. How did they write? Well, they didn't. Like most of the ancient civilizations and literature, the thoughts were passed on oral tradition, and that was written down much later. So anyway, when they date those things, it is one of the very, very ancient civilization, virtually like similar to the Mayan civilization here, the Red Indian, Mayan, Hopi, that way. Now my curiosity in Vedic started from school days. See, in British system we had all these different topics or subjects. What we had additional was the social and religious courses on Vedic, Islamic, Christianity, Buddhism, Jain and Sikhism. So we were exposed to the basic themes of many religions. Naturally, we had curiosity to know, and whenever we will raise question, the teacher would say, "You will know better when you grow up." Because in that school period, there wasn't enough time to explain thousands of questions we had. Where did the Vedic religion go? Where did the people go? Many things. So anyway, this wide exposure in education raised curiosity to seek information. And that is one thing I really enjoyed, and enjoyed later life, and still I am learning a lot. These days with internet and Google search, you can learn virtually anything you want. So anyway, some of the questions we had, I will go through three main questions. One was on creation. We learned about creation in Genesis of our time. The world, some pastor in England, he declared that world was created in 4004 BC. That was what we learned. In other words, now it will be 6,000 years old. But in USA, when I came here and went through the Genesis, it's 10,000 years. And I have the asterisks to give the code. In Vedas we learn that one kalpa, a time, counting time of Brahma is 4.32 billion years. Modern science now corroborates pretty close to that, 4.55 billion years old. And modern science, how did that derive that? Through radioisotope measurements of different stones and digging and all that, archaeological evidence. So, the next question I had, or we had, we learned in Vedas and ancient stories of Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Indian legends and ancient history about a river, Saraswati. And that river, the stories were that there were people living beside that huge river, mighty, and seven Sindhus, 7 rivers. Saraswati was one of them. But now Saraswati is very small, small river merging with Ganges. But in Ramayana, Mahabharata and all those scriptures, Saraswati flowed from Himalayas to Arabian Sea. That didn't fit with what we saw. and also the history